This first video, I just want to talk about some general considerations when creating a collect files disk. It's not trivial. Getting down a terabyte, that's 1,000 gigabyte of information from the internet. Again, if this is too much tech, if this is beyond you, don't worry, let me know if you want a disk and I'll try and connect you with somebody who has got a disk and they can send you a disk. But we need some disk makers. Don't freak out if this is beyond you. I always find that with computers, some things look daunting and then you make a start and take baby steps and do a lot of praying and you get through. And you can always contact me anytime and there'll be others you can talk to too. When you go to the store and buy a disk, they're talking about bytes, 2 terabytes. In Windows or any operating system, when we talk about file size, we're talking about 1024 bytes makes a K, and that just scales up. So when you see them advertising a disk that's 1 terabyte, it can only fit on 900 gigabytes. So here's a 2 terabyte USB Kingston. Properties, the capacity is 1.8 terabyte. You only get 900 gig out of a terabyte disk. With disk formats, all disks come formatted as exFAT or FAT32. They're an old standard, so they work on all platforms, Mac, Windows, Chromebook, but they're a bit slow. I find they get corrupted in time. So try and use the native formatting if you can. All operating systems will make exFAT and FAT32, but if you're on Windows, try and do NTFS, and if you're on Apple, try and do I think it's the APFS, the Apple file system. At the moment, all of the collect files media, it's about 900 gig. You really need a 2 terabyte. It's still expanding. Jonathan's still creating new material and it's still expanding. So my approach, people should make a master disk, get a good quality fast SSD disk, store it offline because AI is being added to everything at the moment. Be a good steward of it, guard it, put it up on the shelf, disconnect it until you need it. You can also buy cheap storage, spinning disks, back up your master disk and keep that offline. What you'll go through in making a master disk, you only want to do it once. In some countries you can buy portable USB disks with a read-only switch, so you can stop things getting in there and deleting things. Where we're going, it's if you've got some old laptops or PCs, just keep them offline, keep them isolated, and maybe that's where you do your copy work in the future. Here's one in Australia. It's a USA brand apparently called Kangaroo. It's got a physical lock on it. I've got a couple of these. Very, very good discs. Very, very fast memory, and they're SSD. So that's the Kingston XS1000. In Australia, it was $200. Very, very compact. The collect files site, and there's the collect files media, and the collect files site, you can have many sites on a drive, but only one media folder. And the site always looks for a media folder called collect files, capital K, capital F, .media in the root of the drive. And the main buckets are radio. So there you go, 435 MP3 files. And then the show notes bucket, there's an underscore data directory. And all of these folders here are gallery 2, what Jonathan's working on at the moment. If we expand that, you see data, then the year, then the month, and then we're up to the 3rd of October at the time of doing this recording. And there's always images. There's a lot of images because PWigo database has got large, medium and small thumbnail. Then we'll keep all 3 images. So you'll often see there's a small and a medium and a larger image. With show notes, So here you'll just see a whole heap of zip files. So they start off in 2019, 2020 first zip, 2020 second zip, and so on. And it goes right up to, and then we get into months. We go 2024 for October. And it was zipped up at that date. That's sort of the version, the date. So if you see a date there, we'll see that date's the 4th of October, and this is an October zip. So it's just a few days worth of images. While this one was zipped up at the end of the month, end of the 9th month, 30th. Anyway, I wanted to show you how it's organized on the server. Okay, and then the videos are just in year folders and some special names. And then we've got thumb and poster, and there's posters for the last 2 or 3 years. So there's not as many posters. They're bigger. So all of these are thumbnails. They're just small pictures representing the video. This cover image for the video, that's what they call a poster. So if you move off the first frame, you lose the poster. Yep. These are really small. In comparison to videos, the images in these folders are very, very small. So nothing zipped in these folders. And these are all Dave Shadow's videos. These are Jonathan's phone videos. Videos are music clips and news and everything that Jonathan uses. So everything there is in zips, either zips or loose files. So radios or loose files. Show notes is all zip files. The videos all loose files. The audio. So these are the same folders as the video, but they're MP3. And then there's this extra folder which is the audio Bibles, New Testament and Old Testament folders. So there's a file for each chapter in the Bible. So anyway, that's your main buckets. You've got audio bucket, video bucket, show notes. This Gallery 1, it's only got 5 zips of images. Gallery 1 doesn't exist anymore. Most of it was imported into Gallery 2. It's just a matter of downloading those 5 zips and putting them in the right spot. The right spot would be unzipping them to this G1 folder, little G1. So little G1, var, and so on.